Okay, so there's a spoiler here. I win this game, but I kind of think this match shows something, and we'll get to that after game one. So, yes, please. Lotus, Necro, play my Necro. Oh, I brainstorm first? Sure, why not? Put cards on top to draw with Necro. Do more things. Necro, enough. Go up to all of these cards in hand. Discard some nonsense. Recall in his upkeep. Can't discard the tendrils, unfortunately. Can't cast the Time Walk, unfortunately. Oh, look. Golem. He stacks? Oh, wait, he's just dead. And to be 100% honest, I'm pretty sure that even if this was a sphere, this hand kills him. Uh, let's just do some math quickly. So if that is a anything but a 3 sphere, like a thorn, I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 mana to work with between. So I could play Ruby, tapping a mana, Ritual, Ritual. Each of those still adds mana. Academy would add a bunch more mana. Demonic would then find Will. Will, like, you see the point I'm making. It just doesn't matter that he could cast a sphere on one in this case. And honestly, he's lucky he had an extra turn because I had Necro here. Um, I don't really want to put you through my process of casting tendrils here. Um, like I said, I could literally do anything here. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9. The easy way to do it is just tutor for a Yoggle, which I'm pretty sure is what I do. But everyone's like, "Oh yeah, Storm can't beat stacks." It's just like, well, how about you win the die roll for once in your life? Uh, it's not like obviously it's not great, but it's not an unwinnable disaster. And this game, we get to see the best sideboard plan in Vintage in action. This hand, again, this is the mana and a duress and no action hand, especially terrible on the draw against the deck that has Wasteland. Though it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're only 3 off of casting Blightsteel Colossus, except for he stacks, so we would never get to cast it. This hand's great, though. We get to play Hercules Recall. So he's going to do the stacks thing, play a sphere. Um, I led on C over Delta here. I'm trying to figure out what my logic on that was. I guess I'm going to have to get Wastelanded sometime, and I'd rather get Wastelanded on an earlier turn when he doesn't have a threat in play that time walks. That he gets a time walk me with it in play. Was my logic. So he drops Metal Worker, which is scary, and I decide that I want to upkeep Hercules him onto the logic that I just need to prevent this from tapping and playing a bunch of spheres. Because basically, like, if this taps for mana, it gets into a board state where, like, he can play enough spheres that I have to Hercules in response to him playing another sphere, and there's no way for me to get them all out of play. Whereas if I Hercules this here, I think I have, like, a reasonable amount of mana to be able to result, like, if he has an additional 3 more spheres, actually, I get into a board state where I can like Delta Hercules him again through that, right? Because it's Hercules is 2 and then another 3. But this turn, I felt it was a little risky to let him keep the Metal Worker in play. Plus, I need to use this recall as a time walk at some point, right? So I figure this is as good a time as any. There's also some real crazy stuff you can do if he starts metal working. So he plays 2 spheres. That's fine by me. Uh, and I'm just going to set up a scenario where I can EOT recall him for a good amount of beatings. As I guess that would probably be a weird thing to say about it, but we'll get there in a minute. So he plays another golem. So yeah, Hercules here. Uh, it's kind of iffy with my hand, I guess. But oops, double check his hand. It's interesting. So if you played the orb, I would have just Hercules in response, and you wouldn't have been able to get anywhere. If you played the wire, I would have EOT'd it. So I think the second lodestone was his best play there, actually. This is basically irrelevant from here. Again, this is the kind of elementary tutor to Lotus to will play that happens a lot, or like tutor to will. So I should definitely have enough storm pretty easily. Oh, look, another Lotus. Probe you, another probe. Tutor. Tendrils is lethal. So pretty simple, but oh look, playing a bunch of lands beats the deck that tries to lock you out of playing spells. Especially in the case where if you play your first spell, the game ends because you then get to play every spell.